Shalom Chavrim, I'm Stephen Ben-Nun. You're watching Israeli News Live. We have had explosions that have rocked Belgium this morning in the capital there. This comes after the arrest of Salam the other day, the terrorist that was captured there in Belgium by the Belgium police and secret forces there that captured him in, of course, a gun battle that did ensue in that. One was killed, one of the men that they were involved in trying to arrest. And since then, we're seeing here images here on RT News. This is live footage right now that from down in Belgium there have been two terrorist attacks there. They both were suicide bombers, one at the airport, the other at the metro subway station there in Belgium. And we were just in Belgium ourselves about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and Belgium has a very stepped up security there in the country there. Everywhere there are soldiers. There are soldiers in the malls, there are soldiers at the airport, there are soldiers at all the embassies. There are just an increased presence of military power in the state. But as you can see, no matter how much military presence they have there, you're not going to stop suicide bombers. There has been one person already interviewed on RT News that has stated that they believe that there's a possibility that Turkey and Saudi Arabia could be connected to the terrorists as well. And they're stating that in some cases, they're not doing enough to be able to stop terrorism. Now, that I can certainly believe to be true, because we know that Turkey and Saudi Arabia both have been backing the ISIS forces against the President Assad of Syria. And and of course, we see that Turkey has been very much into a genocidal mode against the Kurdish people there in the southeast corner of their own country, as well as crossing into Iraq and attacking there. So I can see exactly how this could unfold, and there could be ties with Turkey or Saudi Arabia in the background, no doubt. But this has been a horrific attack that has taken place there in Belgium, as you see on the screen right now, at the, as I said, as a subway, as well as at the airport. And at the airport, people were running frantically. You see the smoke rising up. No doubt the suicide bomber just probably brought a suitcase inside with them. Whether or not he stayed there and detonated it, or whether or not it was he had the explosives on himself or herself, that's still unclear as of yet. They still don't know exactly what the total is. Right now they're saying there are 50 wounded. There are at least 10 people that have been killed as a result of the two blasts combined together. So we will be updating you a little bit later today as soon as we can find out more about this. It is a very serious situation there indeed, and I will also be sharing with you some of the photographs that we have done in Belgium ourselves to give you an inside look at just how strong the security there is in this country. We were surprised ourselves to see such a huge military presence there in Belgium when we were there a couple of weeks ago. And no doubt, as I said, and as they've said on the news as well, the security will do no good in the case of suicide bombers. You just don't know that this is what they are. This is something where the Israelis, no doubt, could really help Belgium and the European Union, period, in regards to this type of situation, because at least with the Israelis, they have learned to be able to thwart many of the suicide bombing attacks. So they definitely have an inside hand on just what to do in a situation like that. I'm Stephen Ben-Nun. You're watching Israeli News Live. Shalom.